They start off scoring here with a follow-up by Ducot on a miss of Sonny Jaworski to cut down the lead to 11. Bench scoring there in the first half also went to great taste with a +5 over Ginebra San Miguel.
Well, Abbey King had 2 points for great taste. Kai Dick also 2 points. Quadless with 4 and Carpio with 6. Now, Jaworski has not scored yet. He had 6 points from Isaac. He came off the bench. Dante Gonzalgo 3, down from Carbonilla 9, so that's a 14 to 9 in favor of Great Taste +5.
Ducot picking up his 4th personal foul in that last play against Kennedy. It saved them the 2 points. We have a minute gone by here in the third quarter. A bad pass there by Carpio. So a turnover in favor of Ginebra. Chito Loizaga getting a baseball pitch, trying to look for his first 2 points. Still can't get it.
And crashes on Philip Cesar down on the floor, taking a plunge. He really wanted to go for the offensive rebound, felt a little bit bad about missing it from the side shot, instead coming up with his first personal foul.
Still an 11-point lead being enjoyed by Great Taste. Atoy bringing up the ball, going against Joey Loizaga, comes up with a jumper, is fouled, going to the hoop.
Oh, that'll be the 3rd personal foul against the Spitfire. Joey Loizaga can't buy a basket today. Score standing at 57-46 in favor of Great Taste. Top by 11. Atoy Ko wants to stretch it. Very steady.
He had a 3-point shot plus a conversion from the outside in the first quarter. Did not see action in the second quarter. He's got 7 points in the ball game right now. Back to a 13-point lead for Great Taste.
Atoy Ko keeping an eye on Joey. Bates on the outside. Carpio on him. Nice pump. Up he goes. A one-hander. Graceful.
Bates really trying to get the team back into the ball game right now. That was a very good offensive move, which got the defensive man off track. The 2 guys coming out to help just didn't have enough time to do so. Kennedy with another getaway there and a follow-up shot. There's going to be a loose ball foul on Ducot, which is not going to make the shot count.
And the bench on their feet, and Bongo trying to recall Abbey King, getting involved, very emotional. Now breaks up with a smile, says, just in case, might change his mind.
Trying to get the movement. What happened here? No, they counted the shot. Yes.
It's going to be a 3-point play.
Ducot also picking up his 5th personal foul in that last play. I think one of the referees, the lead referees, counted the shot, so Kennedy has a chance for a 3-point play now. And he completes it.
Ginebra San Miguel playing with 3 team fouls with 10 and 20 here in the 3rd quarter. Fabiosa now is covering Jaworski. Ordinera. Of course, switching over to Joey. Looking for a cutter. Billy Ray Bates at the wings, not making his move.
3-point shot by Joey. Still no success. Good rebounding there by Kennedy. Starts a fast break for Great Taste. Carpio with a good fake. This time getting the better against Billy.
100 pass anticipated by Kennedy, intended for Cordinera.
Joey is playing very poorly in this game. His timing is well off. There's a turnover committed by Darrell Kennedy.
You know, Kennedy was ready to get away from Billy Ray Bates and lost control. And Joey knows that he's not at par to his game, and he gets pulled out by Vino Salazar. Distrito's back in the ball game. Here comes the Black Superman. Fouled by Kennedy for Choo Choo Train's 3rd personal foul.
Kennedy cheating a little in defense, did not follow his man, stayed in the blue paint. So Billy coming in just held on to him to make sure that he did not get the shot off. However, Billy will get 2 free throws. Makes the first for his 28th point of the ball game.
He's been averaging 57 points per game and 16 rebounds.
And the games that they have won very well or convincingly, Billy has had to score over 60 points, you know. He has had to do it for this team because of the lack of local support in some games.
But Great Taste on top by 14 points. Their biggest, 21 when it stood at 51-30.
Harmon Cordinera is a better low post defender. You can see he uses his wide body. Chito still trying to go for the 2 points. Goes to Harmon for the jumper. And there's Chito for the follow-up. That could break the ice for him. could really get him off started on a good offensive role.
And Cesar trying to tell his teammates, don't look at the attempt, cover the man because nobody boxed out Dynamite.
That's right, in that last play. Dozen point lead for Great Taste. Atoy working on the outside. Throws up a very poor pass. There's Billy running. It's a 3-on-3 situation. Billy says, get out of the way, and he misses over Philip Cesar's outstretched arms.
Oh, Cesar certainly went skying, and Kennedy will stop it in.
That was a great dunk shot there by Kennedy with a lot of force in that last play.
It is now 66-52 for Great Taste. From the corner, nothing from Dynamite, and we go overboard. A little bump of Cordillera. Kennedy says, I didn't want to get here by myself.
You know, and the ball was no longer in play. It was a dead ball situation there. Cordillera just wanting to give a little warning to Kennedy.
I'm here. That's one way to give your calling card. Atoy Ko puts it up for a rainbow shot.
And it's a 3-point shot by Atoy Ko, which ups the lead of Great Taste to 17 again. 3-point attempt by Billy on the other end.
Billy Ray Bates for his second rainbow shot.
Ko in the same territory.
They go inside to Atoy Ko. Gets jammed. It's going to go against Loizaga. That'll be second personal foul. Abe King is back on the floor for Carpio, and Dante Gonzalgo's services are needed. Dynamite is going to be resting for a while. On the matchup here, Distrito and Fabiosa. Backed up by, whoa, what a play. Actually, that was quite accidental.
It was a big break there for Great Taste. Billy had come up with the tap for the interception. It went straight to the hands of Fabiosa, so he had a layup. Fabiosa really scuttling in defense there.
They go to Cordillera from the corner. This ball picked up by Jaworski momentarily. Distrito says it's mine. Billy Ray Bates in Rainbow Country, 2 on him. Distrito has to look for it.
Still a lot of time on the shot clock, however. 15 seconds for Ginebra.
Dante Gonzalgo looking for room. You've got to be impressed with the defensive rotation of the
Great
Milk
Taste.
Masters.
Yes, Great Taste doing well on defense. Really stopping the inside penetrations for Ginebra, forcing them to pull outside shooting. Good setup play again for Cordillera, but he can't get it. Philip is gone. They get the pass to him. Easy 2 points for Kennedy.
Wanting to make sure, and Kennedy has come up with 7 points out of his 31 right here in the third.
See, nothing is falling for Ginebra. They're getting the good shots, but the shots aren't falling.
And Great Taste is off and away on a run. It is Atoy Ko for a jump shot for his 12-point. What a big 7-point performance here in the third for Atoy Ko.
You know, there are a lot of teams cheering for an upset victory by Ginebra, by Great Taste over Ginebra, and that includes San Miguel, Shell, and the Hills Brothers Coffee Kings. They would like to stop this winning streak of Ginebra at this point, which is, I think, stands at 3. No, there's a 3-point shot by Billy.
Billy Ray Bates trying to do it all to himself. He's got to do it. Coming up with 10 points out of his 35. 2 rainbow shots right here in the third.
But there's still 17 points behind. That's a long way to go.
Got to go for a back door and knocked away from his hands by Billy Ray Bates. Here comes Jaworski going to Distrito. Had to put it up high. Quickly now to Fabiosa. Off and away.
And a good drive-in play there by Fabiosa. We're down to 6 minutes and 3 seconds here. A 19-point lead going for Great Taste. 77-58.
Fabiosa came up with an 8-point performance of the half. We have another turnover. Another 4 here for 12 for Fabiosa. Jaworski keeping an eye on him. And Kennedy could not control it. Good press by Hamon Cordillera. And right now we have a timeout. Chito Loizaga back on the floor for Distrito. And when we resumed play, a goaltending was called against Kennedy.
On a drive-in play against for Dante Gonzalgo, Sonny Jaworski opting for a higher ceiling on the floor, coming up with Distrito, being lifted by Chito Loizaga. So he's hoping for more rebounding from his players on the court.
Outlet pass, good catch by Dynamite doing a reverse. Good pass by Jaworski.
But Chito has been getting his shots from underneath the basket. He's been missing on the outside. He's got 4 in the ball game right now. It has been cut down somewhat to 15 with still 5 minutes and 11 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Ginebra San Miguel playing with 5 team fouls to the 2 of the Milk Masters. Kennedy looking for a cutter, doesn't find any. Tries to work the baseline. That's going to be a body foul against Hamon Cordinera. That's his third personal foul and the 16th foul of Ginebra San Miguel.
Compared to only 2 for Great Taste, so something working against Ginebra, they might get into penalty early here in the third quarter. And Great Taste with a good inside game could get them into trouble.
Here is Atoyko. He's got 12 points. Looking for Kennedy. And Kennedy trying to disengage from Hamon Cordinera. Has been playing it very close.
That's going to be the 17th foul and the 4th personal foul of Cordinera. Seems to be the only one who can guard Kennedy at this point. Now with Ducot with 5. And Carbonilla really not strong enough to push Kennedy out of the paint. There's a bad pass by Philip. Miscommunication between him and Abe King.
But you now find Ginebra San Miguel in penalty situation with a lot of times 7 and 35 to go here in the third.
That's right. Something that's going to work against them here. Good defense being shown here by Great Taste. Chito with another driving play.
Got deflected by Kennedy, and Fabiosa's on the run. Is coming in from the fast lane. Checks himself. Atoyko hits the open man. Back again to him from Cesar.
That's such a great play. A handoff by Philip. At the same time providing the screen for Atoy, who came up with a jumper. Atoy has scored well here in the third quarter after sitting out the second.
Andy, you're right. He's key here, contributing 9 points out of his 14. Cordillera is open. He's got to connect. Short, unlike last Sunday.
Yes, nothing's falling for them at this point, especially the outside game, and another foul by Gonzalgo.
That's a lot of savvy coming from Fabiosa. Pretended to look at Cesar and then went for the stretch. Through the foul, and we have a timeout. Missing the first one and trying to go and convert the second one, and he does. It is now 80-62 for Great Taste. Time is down to 3 and 53 here in the third. Ginebra San Miguel in penalty situations. Only 2 team fouls by Great Taste. Jaworski at the corner. He'll take it. Cesar has dominated the rebounds. He has pulled down 13 rebounds, 9 and 3.
Yes, he got the majority of his rebounds in the first quarter of the ball game. Philip quite refreshed. They go to the low post game of Kennedy, who comes up with a very poor shot.
Abe King for a moment had it.
Yes, ball taken away from his hands by Sonny Jaworski, who just never stops trying. There's going to be a foul, plus the shot is going to be probably counted because it was trapped by Kennedy.
Watch it once more. This will confirm the statement of Andy.
No, they didn't count it. Although the ball was trapped there very clearly by Kennedy.
Alan Kaidik all set to check right back. Dante Gonzalgo.
He'll take 2 from the 15-foot line.
By the way, watch out for a very special production on the exploits of the Filipino boxer Luisito Espinosa. Espinosa in the making of a champion, soon on PTV 4.
Gonzalgo misses the second free throw. Ko is being lifted by Alan Kaidik, who came into the ball game. Saw some action in the second quarter. Jumper by Fabiosa. Bates clears the rebound, and the ball is taken away by Abe King.
Quick hands by Abe King, and Kaidik converts it into goal.
Even Bates is suffering from turnover sickness. If there's such a word as turnover-sitis, he's got it because they're not taking care of the ball. You know, the ball to them is a precious thing at this point in this ball game.
Here is Cordinera, score standing 82-63 for Great Taste. It's a rainbow shot coming from Dynamite. He now has 7, all happening here in the third, Andy.
Yes, you know, that's one thing that Ginebra has to work on in the future games. You know, is if their outside shot fails them because of their lack of ceiling in the inside game, they really have very few chances for coming up with rebounds. So that's what's telling against them in this ball game up to this point. Now there's another, there's going to be an offensive foul probably.
Well, that almost blew the head of Harmon Cordinera.
No, there's a foul on Cordinera and then another foul called on Kennedy.
Well, prior to that foul called against Cordina, watch it once more.
The foul is called on Cordinera. Because of the penalty situation, Kennedy will take 2. But there's a technical foul called on Kennedy for extra motions. Chito Loizaga going to the 15-foot line. The captain ball and missing the free throw.
Sunday, Tuesdays, like
Night and day,
night
partner.
and day.
Like the other end of the year, you know. No, the foul was committed by Cordinera. They are in penalty, so that'll mean 2 free throws for Kennedy.
Well, Harmon Cordinera is now playing with 5 personal fouls, and the reason that you can't see Ducat is because he had to be pulled out. Also for the same situation, 5 personal fouls.
32 points now for Kennedy as he makes the first free throw. We have Arnie Tuadles into the ball game for Bernard Fabiosa.
Kennedy has pulled down 10 rebounds, coming up with 1 shot block. That was his 9th point out of 33 right here in the third.
Still an 18-point lead, a very commanding lead being enjoyed by Great Taste.
Here comes Dynamite from Rainbow Country.
2 in a row for Chito Loizaga. It's funny, he missed the 15-foot shot unmolested. This one was a 3-point shot that had to be taken over an outstretched arms of the defensive man, and he makes it.
It's a 15-point lead being enjoyed by Great Taste. 84-69. A minute and 48. Follow the time in your inset. Backrim shot coming from Alan Kaidik. And we'll end up with a jump ball. Kennedy and Billy Ray Bates exchanging glances. Nobody blinked, but definitely a smile from Kennedy. Hey, it's me, buddy.
And they hold hands downstairs after the call. You can see that the intensity level for Billy is there. He wants to win the ball game very badly. He's always been a winner in his trips to the Philippines. And this game could spoil it for them.
Good save, and Danny Gonzalez swatted it away, being pressed by Abe King all the way through. And Abe King almost went right over the board.
That was tenacity spelled with a capital T on the part of Dante Gonzalgo. A very difficult steal coming from a blind side. Just struggling to keep the ball alive. There's the foul by Abe King. He still tries to throw it up, hoping for a chance to make it.
Incidentally, right after this match comes our best player choice, who will be gifted with a pack from Home Pride Noodles.
Great Taste has had a lot of locals that have played well so far in this ball game. Ginebra has very few. Although Gonzalgo and Chito Loizaga has certainly contributed here in the third quarter.
Here is Tuadles. You know, the fact that you pointed out when before we started this ball game, and it was that the local lineup of Great Taste can probably be considered the strongest on paper, but somehow in the previous games they seem to be missing the heart. But they do have it, and what a big fighting heart they've got now.
Well, partner, they really have the best local lineup because they just won the All-Filipino. We have to remember that, no? So, they're showing it today. Chito Loizaga in the 3-point territory, now taking it in, has a chance for a 3-point play on that foul by Tuadles.
You know, he had to follow it up. He had to look at that. He had a twisting neck, and somehow he's just trying to apply some body English.
The captain ball is alive. Chito Loizaga is the captain ball of this team. He's alive. He's trying to bring his team back. And he's doing it every which way that he can.
Well, he's pounding now the attempts, and he has some high level of frustration during the first half. Couldn't buy a basket, and here is a quality player averaging 14, coming up with 0 at the half, and he's making it up right here in the third quarter for his 13th point.
You know, that really showed Cesar knows the game. He was mad at his teammates for allowing Chito an easy follow-up for his first 2 points, and now Chito is on a roll. Once you get started, just keeps on coming. There's a good jumper there. And a good follow-up by Darrell Kennedy. Another offensive rebound there for Kennedy.
Good hand control by Kennedy. For a moment, I thought it was going to slip through his hands. Time down to 40 seconds here in the third quarter. Slipped through the hands of Dante Gonzalgo.
Arnie Tuadles trying to push it up. Most of the white shirts are refreshed except for Kennedy, who has not been lifted from this ball game. No?
At the corner is Abe King. Kaidik. There's a cut by, oh, what a slide play. Simple, very basic, but very effective.
That's right. Another good play there by the Milk Masters. They have a 16-point lead with only 10 seconds left. Another 3-point shot. Forced one by Chito. Still an opportunity for the Milk Masters to come up with a score.
3 and 3. Kaidik from the wings is open.
You know he can score.
It is 92-74. Great Taste at the end of the third. Start of the third. We find for Ginebra San Miguel with some lineup changes. The Loizaga brothers are together.
Only 6 seconds left on the shot clock for Great Taste. And there's a very poor pushing foul there by Joey to give up at this point, because shot clock was winding up on Great Taste and they were still about 40 feet away from the basket.
And that was the fourth personal foul called against Joey Loizaga.
Traveling violation called against Carpio there. Great Taste shot a fantastic 74% from the field in the third quarter compared to 42 for Ginebra. Controlled the boards 15-5. Had 14 points on fast break compared to 6 for Ginebra.
Here are some revealing facts. Jaworski averaging 11 points, and ever since he came off the bench, has not bought a basket.
Yes, so far he has not really taken some shots at it. No? Billy covered very well by Abe King, and a bounce shot by Billy, a difficult one.
On the other hand, Alan Kayadik couldn't find the range. He normally averages just below 15 points per game and started slow. Knocked in 2 baskets during the third quarter. Nice pass and a good complete play by Abe King, who's now beginning to score steadily. 8 points.
That's the strength, really, of the... there's Sonny Jaworski still missing.
And they were trying to trap Kennedy, who breaks up with his usual smile, and he can take it. The foul is going to go against Robert Jaworski. That'll be his first personal foul and the second team foul against Ginebra San Miguel. Jaworski all set to slap it away from him, and there was a little elbow coming from Kennedy accidentally.
2-on-1 break for the red shirts. Joey Loizaga trying to take it against Arnie. He has a chance for a 3-point play. Arnie giving up the foul a little bit too late.
And that'll be his third personal foul. Score right now is 94-78 for Great Taste.
Still a 16-point lead for Great Taste. Those were the first 2 points for Joey Loizaga, who had a fantastic evening about 4 nights ago. I covered that game, and he finished the first half alone with 25 points, finishing the ball game with 32, I think.
Well, Joey's production, Andy, is like a roller coaster. When you look at the average, it's just hitting 7 points per game.
Bongo trying something different here, using Arnie Tuadles as the point guard.
A turnaround by Carpio. Abe King, back tap, going to the wrong man. Here is Tuadles hitting the open man. Difficult shot. Shot blocked from Dynamite Loizaga.
But the adjustments has to be made quickly on the part of Bongo, taking out Carpio, putting in a legitimate point guard in the person of Fabiosa.
It was fantastic sub-coaching job here by Bongo, following the pattern set up by Coach Baby D, and then some, all to the credit of Bongo, facing of men.
That's right, partner.
Kennedy finally found it. Here comes the Spitfire, the Black Superman. Being pressed by Kennedy, looks for the opening.
Bates just has to work extra hard. He has 39 in the ball game right now, which is 18 still below his average of a 57 per ball game. We still have 9 minutes and 40 seconds left. A 13-point lead being enjoyed by the Milk Masters. Great pace, up on top.
But you know, partner, Kennedy is quite steady. Had 14 during the first, then adding another 10, had 24 at the half, and then 11 out of his 35. On the chase, Jaworski, yes.
Left-handed layup, his first 2 points of the ball game. But Billy's working extra hard on defense. He's helping Harmon Condrinera defend against the inside game of Daryl Kennedy. There's going to be a reaching in foul called against Joey, and that's his fifth.
It seems that Joey can't get into the rhythm of the ball game.
He's trying to reach in too much to come up with the interceptions. It's not an easy thing to do against a guy who handles the ball very well like Fabiosa. You could do it probably against a Tuadles from time to time, but Fabiosa is... Look at Bates there. There's a goaltending, however, called against him.
Kennedy now scoring his first basket here in the fourth quarter, total of 37. Watch it once more. Goaltending against Billy Ray Bates. Condrinera is playing with 5 personal fouls, same as Joey Loizaga.
Chito in the 3-point territory, going to Bates right now at low post. Ball tapped away by Abe. 12 seconds left on the shot clock for Ginebra.
Abe King is trying to overplay Billy Ray Bates, and what he wants to do is deny passes intended for Bates.
Down to 7 seconds on the shot clock. Chito takes it in off the glass, and he makes it. So Chito really has helped a lot in the second half of play.
Now here's a turnaround man, having nothing during the first, and he's been averaging 14. Now he's got 15 points and 2 rainbow shots in the third quarter.
You know, they have to die to win this ball game. They have to do it because they get a rest anyway on Thursday. And if they lose this one, it could be curtains for them here in this conference.
A rare miss coming from Kennedy, and on the offensive rebound by Billy Ray Bates, the 4th personal foul is going to go against Abe King.
Philip Cesar coming into the ball game for Arnie Tuadles. We have a timeout here in the 4th quarter. We'll be back.
8 minutes and 10 seconds to go. 4th and last quarter. Great Taste in front by 11 points. They had it at 21. Dynamite from the corner.
Good setup play there by Billy Ray Bates. Chito has really come a long way here in the second half. The lead has been cut down to 11.
Yes.
And that could have been a pretty good timeout there by Bongo to stop the momentum of Ginebra, which he could see coming. Try to set up the players. A 3-point shot by Kaitik offline. Last touch called against Philip Cesar, which is a pretty good call. Chito had good position and Philip had to tap the ball from behind. So it went out. I wonder though if the ball did hit the hands of Chito before going out.
You've got 3 players from Ginebra San Miguel in foul trouble. Billy Ray Bates in Rainbow Country. Crouching low is Abe King. They need one from Joey.
It's a long shot from the outside. Sunny there. And there's going to be another foul on Abe King.
You know, for one who's 21, trying to go for the offensive rebound, stretching the way Jaworski did, you'll find that normal.
That's right, you know. Sunny is a pretty good offensive and defensive rebounder. 3-point shot by Billy Ray Bates. This is a big one, partner. This is a big one. 6-point lead.
And things are beginning to happen now for Ginebra San Miguel. And Bongo on his feet calling the 6th man.
Oh, and there's a bad pass caused by the pressing play.
And Bongo asks for a timeout. When we resume play, Joey Loizaga hit one from the corner to bring it down to a 4-point lead for Great Taste. Cordillera trying to overplay, trying to deny a pass intended for Kennedy, but that'll do it for him because of 6 personal fouls with 6:45.
He played well, though, defensively against Daryl Kennedy. That's why Jaworski risked his staying on the court despite 5 personal fouls. No choice now but to call Carbonilla into the action to go up against Kennedy. Ginebra really trying to force Great Taste not to score in this end. And there's a good move there by Kennedy, so he'll take 2 from the 15-foot line, Pingoy.
And Bates trying to be the swing man in the area of defense. And an 18-4 roll posted here by Ginebra San Miguel. Keep in mind that when we started the 4th and last quarter, it was an 18-point lead being enjoyed by Great Taste. Kennedy misses the first.
They're really disturbed by the movements now of Ginebra. Kennedy missing. The lead has been cut down to 4. There's a lot of time, but stamina is going to be the factor that could tell against Ginebra. 6.5 minutes left here in the 4th quarter.
Kennedy, 38 points, 3 right here in the 4th quarter. Bates, 42, knocking in 7. And here in the second half, 3 rainbow shots being pressed by Cesar. There's a cut by Jaworski.
Well, no choice. Philip Cesar and Fabiosa double teaming on Billy Ray Bates. They forgot Sonny Jaworski calling for their teammates to cover the middle ground. Sonny had an easy layup for himself.
And Great Taste must continue to bring up the concentration. The 6th man.
3-point shot by Carpio. A big one too.
And you know, Andy, that is not really his forte, because during the past 14 games, Carpio's only taken 10 attempts, knocking in 5 for 50%. Here comes Fabiosa. He gets away. Downshifting, hits the open man. Atloico almost had it. Billy Ray Bates is foul on the defensive rebound.
Let's see who the foul is going to be called against. Probably on Cole.
It'll be the 4th personal foul against Atoy. Great Taste in front by 6. 100-94 of Ginebra San Miguel. Time down to 5:41. You can see the time. 3 players in foul trouble.
3-point shot there by Joey Loizaga. You know, Atoy really baited him to go for that one because there was no chance for a rebound play. But Joey just scored, and the lead has been cut down again to 3.
Joey Loizaga was offbeat during the first 3 quarters. Now finding the range, knocking in 8 points and 1 rainbow shot, all happening here in the fourth quarter. It's a 3-point lead being enjoyed by Great Taste, and we have a foul away from the ball.
Carbonilla giving up the foul against Kennedy. Swing foul. Trying to hook Kennedy from going into the lane.
And here is where the players of Ginebra San Miguel will have to be aware of their situation and team fouls. They're carrying already 6, and that'll be the 7th. They're now in penalty situation. The foul going against Dynamite. That'll be his 3rd personal.
Well, you take a lot of chances. We have a timeout first, Pingo. We'll talk about that later.
Time left, 5 minutes and 5 seconds. Fourth and last quarter. It's a 3-point game being enjoyed by Great Taste. They had it at 21. Here is the 6th man going to the open man, and Ko delivers.
Ko continues to score from the outside. Back to a 5-point lead right now for Great Taste. Ginebra called that timeout, so they have 1 timeout here in the fourth quarter compared to 2 that have been called by Great Taste. Billy takes it strong and scores over 3 guys there in that last play.
He got away from 2. Kennedy waited for him, but the black Superman was flying.
102-99 is the score. 4.5 minutes left in the ball game.
Ginebra San Miguel in penalty situation as opposed to only 4 being carried by Great Taste. That was hard from Fabiosa.
A baiting foul made by Sunny, made by Bernard Fabiosa. Jaworski came up with the foul.
By the way, the first 5-day racing festival in Philippine history will be on from November 28 to December 2nd. The Ninoy Aquino Racing Festival, the Philippine Racing Commission's way of celebrating Ninoy's birth anniversary.
That's Saturday, Sunday, all the way up to Wednesday.
Hey, we have a vintage cup at stake there.
That's right, partner. 5-point lead because of the 2 free throws of Bernard Fabiosa. Great Taste managing to stem the tide of Ginebra. Double team being clamped on Billy.
Back again to Joey.
He's in rainbow territory again. He misses this time. There's going to be a pushing foul, however, called on maybe Abe King. He pushed away Chito Loizaga, I think.
That's it for Abe King. His 6th and last foul happening with 4 minutes and 7 seconds to go. Abe King, 8 points and 5 rebounds. 2 and 3. He had a tough assignment trying to contain Billy Ray Bates. Billy Ray Bates now 44 compared to his 57 average.
He did a pretty good job against him. He and Philip have been alternating on Billy, and they've been doing good jobs against him. Carpio quickly back into the ball game. Abe barely 10 seconds into the ball game. There's Kennedy picking up Billy Ray Bates.
Joey stationary. Here comes the black Superman. Drive and draw. Joey wants to be sure. Almost had it. Brother Chito for the offensive rebound.
Well, because of the fact that Joey's scoring from the outside, the big man came out to meet him, allowing Chito Loizaga an offensive rebound and the follow-up shot.
19 points now for Dynamite. Here is Fabiosa. He makes things happen. Atoyko has been very steady on its way.
Another 3-point shot by Ato, a killer. He has 3 in this ball game.
Had his first one during the second quarter, and then 2 rainbow shots right here in the second half. Loose ball tapped, and it'll stay with possibly Great Taste.
Yes, last touch on Ato has really kept them alive with these 2 jumpers. One of these 2-point shots and one with a 3-point shot.
Atoyko has knocked in 14 points here in the second half. Had his first 5 during the first quarter. Crouching low, still can do it. Looks at the time, 3 minutes and 14 to go in this ball game. They've got 13 on the shot clock. Looking for Kennedy at the wings. Billy on him. He almost got away.
Another offensive foul called on Kennedy.
And that's the reason why he almost got away. He curled, and at the same time, he was hanging on to the waistline of Carbonilla.
Well, he had no space to go into the middle. Billy was covering that. There was only one way to go to the baseline.
That'll be the 6th team foul against Great Taste. Billy on a jump shot.
No rebounds again. The small man picking up the rebound.
Well, Fabiosa has pulled down 7 rebounds, 6 and 1. Cross pass going to Atoyko. Carpio is open, the 6th man. Kennedy for the offensive rebound. What a big basket.
A big one, a big one. Carpio missing a 3-point shot. Kennedy with the opportunity to get it through the 15-foot line after a follow-up shot. So back to an 8-point lead. Only 2 minutes and 43 seconds left in this ball game.
And if he completes this, that's a lot of breathing room. But right now, we have a timeout.
Point lead right now.
While it was found earlier by Great Taste, Ginebra San Miguel trying to reach in for that second win.
That's right. That's what they're looking for right now. Even Billy has been in and out of the ball game, in and out of the scoring column. He's way below his average of 57. Only 44 points for him. Those 13 points that he could really make could really help the team at this point.
3-point play completed by Kennedy. By the way, coming up next, right after our 10-minute news break, the main game tonight with San Miguel Beer going up against Hills Brothers Coffee. Billy Ray Bates in Rainbow Country, one pump, but Atoy Ko is there to jam him.
Look at the defense now of Great Taste. An easy inside pass, a reaching in foul committed by Fabiosa, forcing Billy to take it from the 15-foot line and not an easy layup underneath.
That'll be the fourth personal foul against Fabiosa, both squads over the limit. Fabiosa has also been very steady, instrumental in making the plays, aside from the fact that he scored 15 points and 7 rebounds.
Those were Billy's first points here. Quite a long spell, drought for him here in the fourth quarter. 45 points for Billy. Make that 46. 7-point lead with 2 minutes and 24 seconds left. Ginebra must come up with the press, although both of the teams are now in penalty. No?
It's winning time. Bates right behind Carpio. Jaworski keeping an eye on Fabiosa. Looks for Kennedy. Kennedy can curl. Here he comes.
Yes,
Whoa!
sir. And the foul on Jaworski. Kennedy could finish it off with a 3-point play. Again.
That'll be the third personal foul against Robert Jaworski.
This is a nice move by Kennedy. He gets the inside lane, which is one thing that Billy has taken away from him every time Billy comes up to help. But because Billy had to guard a man on top of the key, no way for him to help.
Well, Kennedy averaging 40.4 as a high of 55.
Last
do out.
4 minutes. Last 4 minutes.
After that rainbow miss of Billy Ray Bates, Fabiosa finds the leather, takes the point, zigzagging out. 1 minute and 44. You can follow the time in your inset. Kennedy give and go to the 6-man. Almost had it, Carpio.
That could have finished off Ginebra. That shot there for Sonny Jaworski drives in, cutting down the lead to 8. 1 minute and 33 left. But Ginebra now must put on the press. They cannot afford to let Great Taste waste the 25 seconds every time up the court.
Production level of Jaworski happening here in the fourth quarter. Has come up with 6 points. Jaworski trying to go for a steal. Fabiosa. Bates shadowing him. They've got 4 on the shot clock. Backed up by Chito Loizaga with 1 minute and 10.
They'll still have 5 seconds left on their shot clock to set up a good play.
Great Taste right now enjoying an 8-point lead with the score of 113-105. Great Taste.
That was a very good pass by Philip. He waited for the cut of Kennedy. Did not go to Carpio. Went to Kennedy with a good percentage pass there. And Kennedy again will take 2 from the 15-foot line.
Drew the fourth foul from Robert Jaworski. Kennedy at 24 during the first half. Added another 11 for 35 at the end of the third.
Kennedy very consistent from the line here in the second half compared to the first half. It's a 9-point lead with only 1 minute and 8. Things are bleak now for Ginebra, but there was that miss by Kennedy on his second free throw.
Inside to Jaworski.
And he misses at point-blank range.
Last touch, Great Taste. Time ticks away. Under 1 minute, 57 to go, and we have a timeout.
Against San Miguel, things are going to look bleak for them because they might, even if they win on their last game, they might not make it with 10 wins, you know. So it might no longer be under their control. A 3-point shot by Chito Loizaga. Bates with a follow-up shot coming out of nowhere.
Time down to 50 seconds. There's a 7-point lead now being enjoyed by Great Taste. The pressure is on. They're trying to trap Cesar.
They have to give up some fouls to stop the clock. Philip will go to the 15-foot line. Foul on Gonsalvo. His third personal foul. Still a 7-point lead. Only 44 seconds left in the ball game. If they should go on to lose this one, the most they can have is 10. And if Hills Brothers can pick up a victory tonight, that would be their 10th game with still 2 games to go. The same number that San Miguel has left in the second round. Philip making the first free throw for only his 5th point of the ball game. He got the 4 points in the first quarter.
Oh, during the first half, he was dominating the boards, and right now he's got 13 rebounds. Dante Gonzalgo will try it from Rainbow Country. Cesar was there to deflect it.
And this is a one-ball game now for Great Taste. At this point, with only 30 seconds, up by 9, Ginebra needs 3 miracles, 3 rainbow shots, actually.
How they wish it were Sunday. They couldn't miss last Sunday. Here comes Cesar. Gets tagged by Robert Jaworski. That'll send Cesar to the line. Jaworski's 5th personal foul, Andy.
Yes, this is a big one for Great Taste, a pride-winning ball game. There you can see the forlorn face of assistant coach Rino Salazar.
And we will not turn over during this timeout being asked by Bongo. And
The team like Great Taste, with no pressure at all, with such a lot of talent, you give them the opportunities and they really know how to hold on to a commanding lead.
Joey Lizaga and Jaworski playing with 5 personal fouls. The Spitfire will take it from Rainbow Country. Couldn't do it. Lead pass, Cesar by him, lonesome. Kennedy was the first one to tap the hands of Billy Ray Bates. He walks out of the court shaking his head. Final score 119. Great Taste 107. Ginebra.